the idea is to follow your child's lead and not stop the repetitive behaviors that are called isms or stims. A lot of therapies do try to stop those, thinking that that's in the way of getting the kid to do whatever it is you want them to do. The Sunrise program is an approach that is saying, no, that's your doorway in. That is the bridge to connecting with them. And from there, you can help them towards any goal that you have. So at the Autism Treatment Center of America, they teach parents, or it could be a specialist, but it's most often parents, how to run a program for their child in a way that makes sense for their family. So it could be just lifestyle and changing how you think about your child a little bit, how you interact with them. Or it could be you make a designated playroom so you're getting rid of distractions. For the Sunrise program, you do not want all those distractions because you want the grown-up who's in the room to be the most interesting thing in there. And toys go up high, so the kid has to ask in some way. That could be pointing, it could be making a sound, but some sort of communication connecting to the adult. And then the adult is going to be super accommodating and user-friendly and ready to grab whatever toy the kid has expressed interest in. And then ideally, you're in there for a 2-hour session. So Sarah liked to open and close lids. I would sit sometimes for half an hour, sitting near her, opening and closing a lid, not saying anything until she looked at me. And then I knew she was ready. And then I could go towards working on language or just celebrating that she looked at me. And then maybe we'd go back to opening and closing our lids. We spent hours playing pretty quietly in that way. But whenever she was ready to connect, I was there. So my presence in the room was like a constant invitation, but I was never forcing it. And so parents who decide to run Sunrise programs set up their rooms in this non-distracting way. It was just the most beautiful thing. And her language took off as soon as I started asking for language differently, like within a few minutes, basically, of my changing how I was interacting with her. And then, especially as we started getting hours and hours a day of one-on-one, her language was just, it was like a snowball in the cartoons where it's picking up animals as it's going down and getting bigger. Of course, she said new words today, but that was amazing when you think that she'd been almost completely nonverbal aside from making sounds, but not stringing them together until about age 4.5.